It's no secret that Overwatch has industry-leading skins. Ever since its launch in 2016 up into current day, the skins have only gotten better over time, and they were really strong to begin with. However, as we get more and more into Overwatch, into trying to one-up every other skin design, the heroes start to lose their identity. There's certain features that you just associate certain characters with. Widow has her long hair and blue skin. Genji is a cyborg ninja. Illari has her cape and her hair curls at the front. These are what makes these characters. These are very identifiable features that are unique to these heroes. And legendary skins are supposed to mix it up a little bit, but for the most part they maintain their identities in one way or another, right? Widow has her blue skin in a lot of her skins. She has long hair in a decent amount of skins. If her hair isn't covered up, she has her goggles. And then there's some skins that break that rule, which is fine. It's fine to have a few skins that go above and beyond, like the G.I. Joe skin. But then you start to look at her mythic, what should be the absolute best skin this character has, and it barely looks like her. It's missing the blue skin while maintaining a low ponytail instead of a high ponytail. It's like almost every identifiable feature about Widow is gone. And I understand in-game this is not a problem, because you have the stance, you have the poses, you have the silhouettes that instantly give away what the hero is. So that's never a problem in-game. I'm not talking about in-game. You could always identify who's who in-game if you play the game long enough. Especially something for the Widow mythic, her being witch-based, they could have given her a skin option. She could maintain being white, she could maintain being blue, and then give her a green option. That would be the perfect opportunity for Widow mythic, and they just completely dropped the ball on it. I think Widow mythic is one of the worst in the game, because it had the highest potential to be really good. Also because we don't talk about the Hanzo or Orisa mythic. Then when you go and look at someone like Genji, he maintains his cyborg ninja look throughout a lot of his skins, but there is still some skins, like his royal skin, where nothing is identifiable about him. He looks white, he has no cyborg parts, and he just maintains none of Genji's identity. I remember when the trailer dropped for the Battle Pass and no one knew who it was. Well, Genji isn't a big problem. It's one or two skins where he looks like that. All of his other skins maintain his core identity. That's completely fine. I think it's fine to venture off and go wild on a few skins, especially because his mythic does maintain his identity. Although with mythic skins in general, they don't seem to always like maintaining the identities, because you also have Soldier 76's mythic, where he should be old. The skin would look perfect if he was old, but instead they use the young soldier, and I just don't know why. It almost feels like they do it just so it's like, hey guys, look, we changed that soldier's young instead of being old like he is in his default. Where this skin would look so much better if he was old. It looks weird seeing him young. It does not look like soldier at all. But by far the worst offender of losing their core parts, their feature, in almost every single one of her skins is Juno. When you look at Juno, what is Juno? She's an astronaut from space. Her default skin is a spacesuit. She has a helmet on, and she has her spacesuit on. And all of her voice lines are with her helmet on. Mind you, Diva out of her mech has a completely different voice than when she's inside of her mech. So then why does Juno not get the same treatment when almost all of her legendary skins, she does not maintain her helmet at all? She doesn't even maintain her purple hair, which is something unique to her from the whole cast. And you're telling me in all the skins that Juno gets, she cannot maintain her identity in almost any of her legendary skins? If there's a character that she doesn't fit, she shouldn't have to be forced out of her suit, out of her hair color, just to fit that character, when we already have a young Asian female that also gets a ton of skins. Like, I understand why a lot of heroes get a lot of the collab skins, a lot of the skins in general, right? Reinhardt is a full armored character, he's huge, so when people are looking to collab and they have a full armored character, well, that's perfect for them. Mercy has wings. Her wings are more prominent than any other character, more than Echo, more than Pharah, so she's going to get chosen a lot more for collabs because of her wings. That's understandable, that's fine. Kiriko is a young Asian woman, so that in of itself opens up to a lot of collab opportunities, especially when a lot of the collabs are with animes. So when we already have Kiriko, we already have Diva, why do we need to force Juno out of her theme, out of her spacesuit, out of her helmet, out of her hair color in every single one of those skins when we already have two Asian females, light-skinned Asian females, that can fill the skin role just as fine as Kiriko can? We have other members on the cast that aren't young Asians that still need skins. If you're going to use a lot of her skins that just make her look white, blonde hair, blue eyes, why not just use a white character at that point? Why not show more love to Ashe, the Tracer? I understand that's nitpicking, but it's just annoying with how many skins she gets, and they still resort to, and I hate saying it because I don't like this word, to whitewashing her. Like, I don't understand why they would design an astronaut skin in the first place if you're not going to maintain her identity at all. It's just like, fundamentally, why even do that? Because when these characters are out of their suit, if they have a default suit as their skin, and then they go out of their suit, it's just the skin texture over the suit. Like, the whole skin isn't being replaced. It's still that same default model, just with a skin instead of a suit showing. So it makes for really weird proportions, like what's being shown right now. There's so many cool opportunities they could use an astronaut character for. There's so many skin opportunities that just refuse to do it. Why don't we have an actual astronaut skin? I think that would look pretty cool. Why don't we have more skins utilizing our helmet? Like having graffiti on it even, or even having like a skull design or some kind of design on the helmet itself. Her mythic doesn't even have a helmet. Her mythic doesn't even have purple hair. You're telling me they couldn't find a way to incorporate these features into her skin? It's just laziness to a sense, because they could have done this stuff with any other character. Instead, they choose the astronaut character. They choose to make her Kiriko 2.0 instead of Juno. A lot of her skins could have just went to Kiriko and it would have looked just fine as well, and I think that's a big problem. At the very least, they could give us helmetless voice lines. Like, I feel like that's such a small ask considering how many skins they have without her helmet. They could have a filter where she doesn't have a helmet on. Anyway, this is just something that's been bothering me for a while. Heroes in Overwatch are starting to lose their identity. I mean, you even look at the most recent Season 2 trailer. I had no idea that was Anran until someone pointed it out. I mean, all these characters are just blending together. They do look very similar. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Overwatch characters are losing their identity? Do you not care about it? Is this a non-issue? Let me know, and I'll see you guys later.